flashing cameras. Good evening, one and all. We are live. Excuse me. We were just having people testing their cameras to make sure they knew what they were doing. So we're flashing all sorts. But that's by the by. Good evening, and by my word, quite a few in chat. I'm already behind. Evening, Manic. First as always. Manic's always top. Always top. Evening, Simon. Voodoo. Manic again, Voodoo again. TVP said hello, and he's on here. Our surprise additional guest for tonight is on here. Who else have we got? Manic and Voodoo having a good chat. Simon, hello Simon. Rufus. Matthew, is it? Matthew? I'm going to say Matthew.
Wow.
Ian's on here, and Ian is also on the show, Above the Clouds. I should have done everyone's name, and I didn't. David, good evening, David. Simon, Daniel, Rasper. Am I catching up yet? Nearly. Simon, Nita, yeah. Good evening, Nita. Andy, I've said hello. JP, hi JP. And I think, Lynn, good evening, Lynn. Another one. I've only got 2 spanners, Mark. You've got about 102, haven't you? I've got 2.
I've got like 96.
He's 96. And Grumpy, Ian Morgan, Benny Vapes. That's it. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to my 3 guests tonight. There was only going to be 2, but Mark has decided to join us, which was nice of him. It's his birthday tomorrow, and he was feeling all down tonight because it's his last night of being. Was it 49? No, 39. It's his last night of 39.
Can we skip that bit? I don't want to think about it, Mark, to be fair.
Well, I think a merry happy returns for tomorrow, Mark.
Yeah.
Merry happy returns.
Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Enjoy.
Welcome.
Do you know, you spend all that time like building up to it, don't you? When you hit 39, you think, fuck, my next one's like 40, mate. But it's a year off, and then it just goes so quick, doesn't it? And now it's tomorrow, and I know I'm going to be 40 tomorrow when I wake up.
You'll still feel the same, Mark. Still feel the same. Still the same. And our other guest tonight, Ian. Thank you, Ian, for coming on. Ian has got his own YouTube channel now called Above the Clouds, doing some reviews. And you were on Facebook originally, weren't you, Ian, on Oxfordshire Vapors?
I was, yeah. Thanks for the invite, Mark. I much appreciate it.
No, nice to have you on. Nice to have you on.
Yeah, no, it was, we did Oxfordshire Vapors on Facebook for a good while. Still going now, but it was time consuming at weekends. I do really long hours because I'm a coach driver, so trying to fit everything in is quite tricky. So the YouTube thing is something I've always been interested in. So I'm a moderator on there still on Oxfordshire Vapors, but I've got my own YouTube channel as well. Be it very small, but I've got one.
I guess
doing my best. It's good fun. It's good fun.
YouTube is you can pick it up and drop it. You can do it when you're free. You can, you're under no sort of time scale, are you? And Mark, you've had this. You felt obliged to do review.
I did do, yeah. I couldn't give a monkey's no, to be honest. But you do feel, yeah. It's interesting, Ian, why you would choose now to come onto YouTube because it's such a saturated market, isn't it?
Very much so. Very much so. I didn't actually realise how saturated it was, to be honest with you. I mean, I've always watched it, but I didn't realise just quite how manic it was. But it's good. I'm loving it. It's just very, very slow and very different to Facebook, but it's good. It's good. Enjoying it.
I think
it takes a while to get. Sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
Well, as I was just going to say, I think there's always room for more. We all do things in different styles. I mean. I've got my style. Mark, you've certainly got yours. And I think, Ian, you'll have your own style. And at the minute, you sort of more specialise or prefer in the stock coil tanks, don't you?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I've always done, like stock coils and sub-ohm tanks, regulated devices, stuff like that. I don't really get too much into RTAs and RDAs. I've obviously used RDAs for bit juice testing sometimes, but yeah, that's what I enjoy more, should I say?
Yeah. So, do you see yourself? I was going to say moving forward, but it's not moving forward. It's whatever you like to do. But do you see yourself going down the rebuildable route more or not?
I don't know. I mean, I've probably been vaping now for nearly 6 years.
6 years.
And I've always kind of I don't know. I guess you just get stuck in your ways.
Yeah, there's a name for that. There's a name for that as well, isn't there? Lazy
God,
bastard.
I can't wait. Go on.
Lazy bastard.
Yeah, there is a bit of that as well, and my brain doesn't function quite as cool. Sorry.
At the same time,
There you go.
you've got the people that want to start vaping that might go onto YouTube and have a look, and they don't want to start looking at all this overcomplicated having to buy coils and wires and stuff, isn't it? So yeah, I suppose you've got a different way of thinking it.
And there's so many people out there doing really good jobs of all the RDAs and RTAs and stuff. It's fine. I'm happy where I am. I think for the time being.
Thanks, Ian.
I missed out. I missed something in chat. I'm about 10 years behind, but that doesn't matter. Now, for me personally, I got into rebuildables really quickly because I think it interests you or it doesn't interest you, and for me, it just fascinated me, and I was like a sponge. I couldn't absorb it quick enough. And you were very much rebuildables, Mark. Right from the get-go, weren't you?
Yeah.
James, you the same?
I pretty got onto buildables quite quickly because sort of like I was thinking, it's got to be cheaper, hasn't it? Buy a big bag of Muji cotton, bit of wire, get on with it, single coil.
It weren't even the financial thing for me. It was just like Mark said, I love fucking tinkering with stuff, man. There's the thought of tinkering with a vape as well. It's like, get in.
And you said that.
You know what I mean?
I was into electronics anyway, so it was like the natural progression, wasn't it?
Yeah, my old man used to say when I was growing up, like he'd find all these fucking like calculators and watches under my bed all stripped apart. I always wanted to know how shit worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same.
I could never get it back together though. That was the thing.
Oh, that was always a problem.
There was always one washer or one screw left. Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, you put it all together and you'd have like 4 screws and 3 washers. You'd be like, I'd be right. Don't need those.
The clock's running backwards at about 20 miles an hour.
Sounds like me and flat packs. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah.
So, James, tell us first, what are you vaping on?
Right, I've got some new stuff in today that I've got second hand. So I've got all the full fucking elitist gear. I got a Experoma visor, the V3 Fire on the top.
A what?
An Experomerizer or something like that. V3 Fire.
A what now?
all right. I can't say shit.
An Experomerizer.
On top, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, but not made by the people you'd think it'd be made by. It's like some elitist German company. And then I've got the Dotmod Petri 22 on the bottom of that. And in that, I've got some of the new Wicklicker raspberry yogurt stuff. And then we go on to the Easy Mod, which has got the Van & Del Sol RTA on the top. And I've got some Crazy Croc from AD Vaping on that, which is like a mixed fruity custardy cream. And then we've got the Sigelia Veya with a stainless steel Nautilus GT on the top. And in that, I've got some... I'm loving it, mate. I'll explain in a second. Blake 7, which is a tobacco with banana and all sorts of stuff going on in it. And then finally, I'm on the Nautilus GT kit with the glint mod. It's all matching gunmetal. And I've got some Berry Madness from AD Vaping on that. And that's why I like that tank a lot. I like the original one.
Shit.
I like the Nautilus. You can't beat a Nautilus. These 0.7 mesh coils are banging.
Oh.
I haven't tried one yet. Sorry, I was scrolling through chat to see if anyone had said anything. But what's this, Daniel? Let's hope your birthday present is a 5-0 hammering. Ooh.
Yeah, United in City tomorrow, isn't it?
Fighting talk. So, who wants to go next? What about Ian? You go next.
Oh God, I'm going to be a great letdown. But yeah, I've got the Drag 2 with Hal Beast from Hal Vape on top, with Jack Rabbit Banoffee Pie in it.
You like that, don't you? The Banoffee Pie.
Love that stuff. It's my favourite.
Honestly,
Love it to bits. And this that I still haven't put a review out for, that I've got very mixed feelings because I see so many good reviews about it, but for me, it doesn't do what I want it to do, and I wanted it to be a decent mouth to lung draw, and it really hasn't got it.
Is that
Too
boost thing?
loose.
Yeah, Geek Vape Boost.
Yeah.
It's and I love Geek Vape stuff as well. So I'm a
Do
bit.
you know what does have a good motor lung drawer on that? Is the rebuildable section for it.
Yeah, I haven't got that. I haven't got that.
Just
Honestly, it
saying.
does. I know
Funnily
it's
enough.
you don't build or anything, but it really does.
Yeah, I have heard that as well. So yeah, I'm on. I don't know. I should get my shit together really. So yeah, that and this that I picked up from a local vape shop, which is got salts, 10 milligram nic salts. It's like a strawberry, banana, mango-y type thing.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's not bad at all. It's not bad. And that's, I'm afraid, me really.
That's okay. That's all right. Go on in, Mark. Anything new?
Nothing really new, mate. No. So I'm on my custom. Who makes this? I can't fucking remember. The geezer at Stealth, Independent Mods. My DNA 250C LiPo with the Aries tank on top of there. Still my favourite fucking RTA. I've got the Asmodus EOS Ultrona 2, whatever it is, with the Punani on top. The Asmodus Punani motor lung. And I've got my little Ultrona Victory with the Precisio on top of their little motor lung tank as well, which I'm
That
thoroughly
looks nice
enjoying.
on there.
Good tank there. There's another one coming out, Mark,
Matchy. Yeah.
to replace the Precisio. I was talking to the guy that designed that, and there is another version coming, which he was hoping to send me a prototype of it before they went on their holidays, but it didn't happen. And obviously now with everything that's happening in China with the coronavirus, that could be delayed further. But
yeah, it's very, very good tank. This the only thing I don't like is the Ultim tank. I wish they did. I know they do replacement bell caps, but I'd just like a replacement tank section because I'm just not into Ultim. It looks horrid.
Is it a Dark Knight or something? Does that have Ultim as well? They do some different editions.
No, that comes with a black tank, but you can't buy the black tank separately. Not from what I've seen anyway.
Right.
Fasten, isn't it?
Right.
Which is a shame. It's a shame. They do 3 bell caps. They do an Ultim one, a black one, and a crystal clear one. But I think the bell cap would take away from the look of the tank, and I'm not sure how it's going to vape as well with the bell cap on. So
yeah,
that's it. Oh, I'm also on I got my Grim kit as well with the new rebuildable heading. With the world's fucking smallest coil. You'd love building this, Mark. The coil was like 0.75mm ID.
Is it?
Nice.
Ridiculously small.
Like re-wicking back in the day when you used to re-wick the bloody Kanger heads, isn't it?
But,
Be worse
when
than that.
I saw it, right, and I thought, this is just going to vape fucking garbage. But I built it, and it's vaping amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't fault it.
And what's the idea of the coil, you say?
0.75.
That's just stupid.
Tiny.
I can't see how that... Well, I haven't tried it. You have. But to me, that's just too small. Too small. It's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah, Stina, I did say Punani. It's called the Anani, but I can't help but just call it Punani for some reason.
Right, so what am I vaping on? Well, I've done a review. We were talking about it before we came on live, actually, of the Tel tank, and I've got the crossbow in there. I said on the review, you can tell when you like something, you have 2 of them, and so I've actually got 2 of them on the go. So yeah, it just ticks all my boxes. That we were saying a minute ago, it's tinkering, isn't it? It's playing with something that all comes apart, and you can change it and adapt it to your way, and that's just what I love. So
and if you're into billet boxes, you've already got all the bridges already, so you can just bang them into a tank on a different device, can't you? And get that same sort of style vape.
Yeah, but if you're not into billet boxes, then it starts getting fucking expensive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
See, it's another way of getting into a billet box. You buy the tank and you buy the crossbow, and they're like, crap, I need a billet box now. Then you go buy a billet box and get all the bridges.
Well, you do what 1 or 2 of my customers have said, and can you write on the package, congratulations on winning the prize, and don't put the
Yeah, Mark. Oh, you just get the Ed Zachary's. The Ed Zachary bridges.
Or the Ed Zachary's, yeah. What else am I on? My trusty old True Tank.
Yeah.
I bet you ain't got yours now, have you, Mark? You still got your True?
It's up there somewhere. It's on me. Can you say that up there? It's screwed in. Let me see if it's...
That's your special shelf, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my keeper shelf.
Well, well done for having trousers on as well, Mark. Well done for that.
I thought tonight, seeing as I'm on your channel, Mark, I'll make an extra special effort and not do it in my underpants.
What else am I on? Tripod. I'm on the tripod. What's the name of this? I always forget the name of this. It's the AIO mod with the tripod on top. Something else new that's in. This arrived the other day, and I did put them on the site. See if I can show you all.
Ooh.
Any ideas, anyone?
Is that
like voice tech or something like that?
an OBS?
No, it's keys. It's their new
Okay.
new Solomon mesh tank.
Mm.
Now,
Is it rebuildable or stock?
yeah, rebuildable. I've never really been into mesh. When I've tried it in the past, I've had dry hits, which you probably all
Dry
know.
hits on mesh are not
Dry
the most
hits on
pleasant
mesh
things. Like
It's
the
just
easiest way of explaining if people have never had a dry hit on mesh, you know, when someone's grinding metal, that smell at about 150 degrees is going into your lungs.
Oh, it's like inhaling one of Satan's farts, isn't it? It's just the more brutal thing.
so my mesh experience up till now hasn't been the best, but this I haven't had as yet a dry hit, and it's dead easy to build. And most of these mesh ones as well, you think people say stuff the wick in as tight as you can, da 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 da. But I threw a build in. I thought I'm going to try it. I didn't hold out a lot of hope for it, I'll be honest, but really pleasantly surprised it goes a try it.
You should get decent flavour off it because mesh has always been good.
Yeah, but the thing is with mesh, if you don't pack it tight and you get like there's a bit of mesh not touching like wet cotton, it's that hot spot in it. That's what fucking murders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what ohms is that? That's at 0.12. That's their is that their lower coil? Yeah, I think it is 0.12, and at 64 watts. But yeah, really.
Yeah, I'm interested in that because I've always loved KE stuff. I think they make really fucking good gear. So
see, I love the Aladdin. That was a good dripper. That
be one in the post tomorrow for you, Mark. I'll send you one. They have sent me a few to send out. So, you know, the trouble is you don't know who's in. There's no point in me sending it to you if you weren't interested. So now I know you are. I'll post you one off in the morning.
Oh yeah, anything KEs. It's like with what's that fucking the other cut Futoon. Anything Futoon or KEs really piqued my interest because I don't think I've had a bad product from either of them yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I think Futoon
they're always different, aren't they?
Futoon are quirky, aren't they? Really, really quirky. I didn't have the last RT, I don't think. Was it the Aqua V2?
Aqua. Yeah, I missed out on the Aqua. Which was the one they did that was a mouth to lung and a direct lung. To me, that failed. That didn't work. He does.
I've got the original Aqua.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like 1.5 mil dual coils in it.
Why does Jay sound like he's having a fucking stroke?
I think it's his broadband. I think it's his internet. Yeah.
I live in Wales, don't I? So what do you expect?
We've discussed that. It's where the men and the sheep are wary, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah.
But they say that about Norfolk as well. So
Tim Rice said in chat he wanted a K Solomon V3 for a while now. Looks a good alternative to the Zeus X. It really is. I love the Solomon V3. I thought it was an amazing tank.
Yeah.
And at the time before the Zeus X came out, Mark, do you remember? I said it's the hands down the best top Earthflow tank ever made. The Solomon V3.
Well, that one's actually the V3, but that was the prototype. So there's nothing on the base. But I've got the.
Yeah.
That looks nicer than the fucking production one.
Why did I agree? Why did they change
why don't
that?
they do that? That looks nice and clean, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That looks nice.
Yeah, the production one had all that really harsh knurling on, didn't it?
I know. When I saw their finished one, I thought, why? Why didn't you just leave it? And that's the little Futoon dripper.
Mm.
Yeah, I liked the K's Aladdin. That was a good dripper. Enjoyed that.
Keys Aladdin. Oh, yes.
Yeah, single coil one.
Well, they did. We had a little bit of not a spat, but the Solomon
mouth to lung thing.
Mouth to lung. I didn't particularly. I had a bit of a hand in helping them design this, but the woman I dealt with, she had a baby, went off for her, her little, a few months off, and it was like I got abandoned. That happens. That I'm sure you know that, Mark. Someone leaves, you get on really well with the company. They leave or have a holiday or do something, and you get dropped in the mist. It's like you've forgotten.
Yeah, they just fuck you off. It's like they just
Yeah.
cut you off, and you're like, what is going on here?
But she's now back, which is why I got this mesh before I think anyone else. It's I don't think anyone's really even heard of it yet.
I've never heard of it.
Looks interesting.
So,
I did get an email off Kay's probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. If we've got any ideas for new and innovative products, to get in touch with them. But I just thought it was very generic. It was like it was sent out to every single reviewer on the planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of them as well.
And it's like, if I do have something innovative, I'm certainly not just going to go and send it you right now. Like,
I think, like all manufacturers, they're struggling for new ideas. You can sort of virtually picture them sitting around a table. What can we do next? Rather than having this fantastic idea and how can we make it happen, which is what was happening, they think, where do we go from here?
well, it's been done today. I mean, you look at the last 2 years, like the RTAs. Where do you innovate RTAs? Now, I said it on Saturday on our show. I think the way that RTAs are going now, the only way to innovate is with airflow.
Yeah.
We've pretty much seen every fucking deck possible. Can you innovate a deck anymore? I don't think you can.
Be difficult, wouldn't it? Would be difficult.
I don't think. Well, I think you could, but I don't think you'd improve on what is already out there. So I think for the future for me with RTAs is definitely airflow and getting that perfect airflow.
Yeah.
Which is something I'm working on.
Well, I saw your show, not live. I saw. What I often do is I have to make these coils on a Sunday, and I normally watch your show on a Sunday, like on the rerun, like the stream version. And I did see most of it then. So I saw you having a new tank. I'm also on the Kelpie RDA.
Grief.
I was just waiting for his face.
Can anyone see my face? No, I'm good. Oh, you're on the Kelpie. Sweet.
Kelpie RDA. So I've been vaping that. And I think
when's the review out, Mark?
Sorry?
When's the review out for that?
I will do one, probably in the next week or so. I wanted to do this Tel tank, which part of that, it was like a double review. The weekend, I spent the whole weekend working rather than having the time off like most people do. I want to do the keys and I want to do the Kelpie RDA. Had I done this straight away, I just got the black and blue one, I think it was, blue, as samples. And when I heard criticism of the knurling inside the cap, I looked in mine, I thought mine's spotless, perfect. What are they on about? But I think it's just stainless steel, isn't it?
Hey, that pops off a bit easy, that, didn't it? You pop that top cap off a little bit.
Christ, that's a lovely fit, that. Perfect. I'm not going to knock Kelpie's, Vic's Kelpie on here.
No, of course not. Listen, opinions are like arseholes, aren't we? We've all got one. And like you said earlier about Ian being a reviewer, if we're all the same, then it'd be a fucking dull old world, wouldn't it?
It would.
Yeah,
it would be a dull old world. But personally, I like the flavour from it. I think the flavour's very good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's happened. EH Pro have had a few staff changes, and I do think that some of their quality has suffered for it.
The QC is not quite as good as it used to be, is it?
I think for a company their size, they need to focus on 1 or 2 products at a time instead of 3 or 4, because I don't think they can handle the manufacturing side of things and keep everything fucking tip top. So maybe just concentrate, focus on one thing at a time, and your quality won't suffer as much as it has done.
The lady I designed the True Tang with, she's left, which is, I'm a people's person. If I like someone, get on with them, and they're on the same wavelength as me, that just all works. But to now pick up someone fresh at EH Pro, I might as well pick someone at, I don't know, whoever, whatever.
Well, that's it. Once you get to know someone and you've worked with somebody, you don't want to be fucking chopping and changing, do you? Especially if you're going with the same company, because it's like starting all over again. They have no idea what you're about. You have no idea what they're about.
Yeah.
It's just a nightmare, isn't it?
Even when I did the True Tank, I remember one night I stayed up to it was something like 3:30, 4 in the morning, and nearly 3 hours telling them that I want Phillips head screws. And I ended up, it's just picture, and they kept sending me pictures back, like this one. No, like this one.
Dude, you know when I first designed the FP, right, we had a Skype call. I had a Skype call with this designer from Blitz, and I swear to God, I lasted about fucking 3.5 minutes. And I said, look, fuck off, I can't understand the word. This is just the most ridiculous thing. Like, even Google Translate is not, just I'm going. Yeah. I had to leave because I said to them, I'd rather do it face to face, on camera, speak to you, like face to but you've got to have somebody who can speak a little bit of English. This geezer was like, I think he knew like 4 words. Yeah. And it was, oh my God, it was like pulling teeth.
Mm. But they, the pictures is the way to get it across to them. Just every time they say, I just sent them a picture that, no, like this. But it's like, our engineer doesn't think it's possible. Well, tell him I know it is. Like this. And, it is hard. It's so frustrating. It's like you're banging a head against a brick wall, but eventually some of them bricks do loosen. Do you know what I mean? You do get your own way.
JP Vape Reviews said in chat, it works for Smok. They brought out shit after shit. Now they own Watofo and Off. They don't own Watofo, Smok.
I think there was a buy there. I think there was.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think.
I know Watofo are off, aren't they?
Well, yeah, Watofo bought out Off, but have Smok bought out Watofo?
I think they have, yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, certainly shares in it, yeah.
I can't see Watofo selling up like completely.
I've been ignoring all the questions actually, but I think I could stand corrected, Mark, but I'm sure I heard that a while back, about a month ago.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look into that then, because why would they do that? They spent all that money on the rebrand and stuff like that.
Yeah.
JMD has put a question on here. Let's put it on the screen. Do you know if the clone for the new Boxer V2 billet box is going to be released soon? Thanks. They've done, SXK did a version 1 and a version 2, but their version 2 wasn't like the genuine version 2, so I guess the answer is, to my knowledge, no.
No.
That was a hard one to answer, wasn't it? 40 cans for 40 years, Mark. What about that?
Oh, God. Kill myself. Huh?
I mustn't mention your birthday too much.
I can do 40 cans of Diet Coke.
Joe, I don't think I could. But, I mean, seriously, you get older, drinking becomes more of a... I don't drink like I used to. I was a fish when I was younger. In fact, I think I was the shoal. If I went out for a social beer, I loved the social side of it. I really did. But, now, the thought of what I used to pack away, I couldn't do that now.
No, I'm the same now. We very rarely go out. But if I do, it's like a 4-day hangover.
Yeah, and the hangovers do get worse as you get older, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm literally skipping through chat. If anyone's got a question for any of us here, if you put capital letters at the start, J, Mark, you better put Mark for me, and you better put TVP at the start for Mark, and Ian for Ian. Then we'll know. We'll be able to pick up your questions quite easily because there's quite a bit in chat. Curly Chew, the glint doesn't look anything special, but the back. Oh, right, okay. I think that's a chat within chat. And do you have a trouble with that, Mark? I read some of the chat, but most of it is people talking amongst themselves.
Yeah, you seem to be. I don't know. You always seem to be like fucking way behind. Like,
well, I am, always am, but I get carried away. I just sit here and have a social chat, and I just chat is scrolling away, and I'm oblivious to it. MF, good evening. As Mike in chat. Mike is now getting my coils. So we had a conversation.
Saw that. Yeah, you're fucking sponsoring him now. What's all that about?
Well, you're happy with your coil situation, aren't you?
I am very happy, to be fair. No, I'm pleased for you and Mike. I think that'll be a good working relationship.
Oh, and Kieran AVC, he's using mine as well. So
I know it's your boy's back as well, Mark, Mr. Parker.
my boy.
Mr. Parker.
Your boy, Marty Parker.
I'm sure he'd love to be termed as my boy. He said he was going to do the new, rerun some of the old videos and like update them and review the products again. And I thought, I bet the first one is Digby's.
Yeah.
Sure enough, it was.
He always did Digby's, didn't he?
We got a question, Mark, from Shane Gibson. Team, I'm looking for a new direct lung RTA. Any advice, please? Boom, right there, son.
Or you might want to wait and see what you think of this mesh. If mesh is something like, there was someone in my chat that loves mesh, and I cannot remember who it is. Can't remember.
Wasn't it? Oh, crikey, I remember now. We were talking about this last week, weren't we?
Yeah.
Or the week before.
Said, Mark, the Toll tank is just in nice yellow tank colour. Been looking similar type, but with glass. Yeah, I think, don't they... Is it Limelight do one with glass? They do a clear...
The Arch. The Arch, isn't it? By Limelight,
Yeah.
isn't it? Is it the Arch with Limelight?
Yeah. I think you could be right there, Jay. Well done. My encyclopedia. So your suggestion for that RTA was what, Mark?
The G-Test Aries. No, it's 30mm, but in the 5 years I've been vaping, it's probably the best flavour tank I've ever used. The quality is not fucking fantastic. The machining's a bit ropey, but as for vape quality and flavour, hands down, like, just amazing.
Laurie has put on a question on there. Mark, I love the True. Could you make a jacket so the bubble tank doesn't disintegrate the moment it falls over or out of the pocket? There could be some news on that, Laurie. I think I mentioned it. Where are they? There may well... Have you still got your Purity tank there, Jay, with the diamond tank?
Yeah. That one.
There may well be a top cap coming for the True tank like that. So bear with me. But again,
Love this tank.
Is that fucking square?
No, it's like a twisted flute.
It's like a twisted, like crystal style shape.
Oh, I don't like that.
Looks nice on the easy though, and it's all matchy.
Yeah, I'm not into fucking angles on tanks or anything like that. I like it to be, nice and rounded and pleasant to the eye. That looks a bit, I don't know. It just looks weird.
What was that square
Looks weird
dripper
when
that
it's
came out?
soft, but
I
when
don't know what that was.
the Cube by Watofo had
Is that is it like a
clear crystal
green
tap on it.
They did it in green and various random
Yeah,
colours.
Aspire did one as well, didn't they? The audience tank with that crystal glass.
Yeah.
No,
And didn't they do a Troll squared as well or something like that? Watofo, yeah. And then you had the Cube squared, wasn't it? It was called, wasn't it? It was a clear square cap on the top.
Yeah, strange
Daniel's
looking
put a
things.
comment on that. Mike Vape said Smock now own Watofo. If Mike Vape says it, it must be true.
Well, I'm going to say if anyone's going to know, it's him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian Rob, UK Vape stuff.
Yeah, didn't know that.
Matt Benson, good evening. How far? I'm not that far behind, Mark. And this is Norfolk.
Miles behind.
I'm not. This is Norfolk. We're always a long way behind. I keep hearing this pop, pop, pop noise. I don't know what it is. I think it's as chat comes in. Anyone else hear that, or is it just me?
Just you, Mark.
No, I can't hear it.
It's been a long, hard day.
Probably a random old man farts, isn't it?
Does that happen? Oh yeah, of course that
You
happened
tell
to me.
me.
Happened to me when I was 40, Mark. That's what happened. So tomorrow
Tomorrow,
we'll
wake
find
up
out.
in the morning, just go. Oh,
You
fuck
know,
you
you're getting older when you surprise yourself when you fart in it. Like, what was that?
Oh, you got it early. Laurie, Mark, I know I bore you with this, but the True Tank, I went back and tried the Canthal coil. Sometimes it feels flooded, but sometimes not. I'm still confused a bit to why. I'm confused a little bit, Laurie, by your the coil shouldn't make any difference as to whether your tank is flooded or not.
That's your wicking.
No offense, Laurie, you can't wick.
It's purely wicking, Laurie. And with the True Tank, I always found leave the cotton dry, just prime the coil, leave the ends dry, put the chimney on, let it soak up and fill itself, and it'll naturally expand then and do it.
I'm just awaiting all the comments in chat now about me giving out wicking advice. Go ahead. Go on.
Well, actually, Mark, you struggled with the wicking on the True Tank to start with, didn't you?
I fucking did, yeah.
I remember you did.
Yeah, that took me 3 or 4 times to get it absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Because it would gurgle and be a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think you were trying to wick that like you would like a sub-ohm type RTA. That's what you would do, rather than as a mouth to lung. And there is a difference, isn't there?
Of course there is, yeah.
You know, you do it as like an RTA, and
when you're not doing many motor lungs, and you let's say you've just done fucking 20 RTAs, it's just in your head, innit? You just wick it like any other RTA, but you can't do that with motor lung. You've got to remember with motor lung, the draw's so much tighter, so you're pulling up so much juice. More than normal RTA, so you need more wicking.
You can lift your wick will lift too easily as well.
Yeah, it's not like the air is blown across them. It's literally almost dragging through them, isn't it?
Yeah.
MF, I think you're a wonderful man. Yes, Mark. No, loving the coils. Good to be working with you. Thanks, Mark. That's a nice comment. Means a lot. Thank you. I didn't see what Mark did then, but it wouldn't have been complimentary. Matt Benson, it wasn't me who liked mesh. No, I thought it was you, Matt, but I know it wasn't. But it was someone who's quite regular on here that does. Dean, Devil Vapor, good evening to you.
Oh, Dino's in. What's happening, Dean?
Hello.
That's why the chat was going pop, pop, pop. There's everyone saying hello to Dean, wasn't it?
Mark Wick's like Man U playing the Premiership. Get a grip. My wicking's not that bad, you know. I used to be better. I used to be better than I actually am now. I don't know if it's complacency or what.
Yeah, I think this is how I see it. I think you look at it and think, yeah, I know what I'm doing with this. That's obvious. And sometimes even we all trip up, don't we? You know, and you think, oh, maybe I better do a bit more trial and error on it.
Yeah.
Luke Miller, hi guys. Mark, any idea when you'll receive the dot shell in stock, and do you plan to stock the dot mod all in one in the near future? I haven't thought about the dot mod too much. I think I want to see, Luke, how the dot shell behaves in it. Well, I don't know if you know this, Mark. We're getting all the what's that face?
No, go ahead.
Like the Atmazoo stuff. We're getting the Atmazoo products, like the tripod that's coming, the vape shell.
You getting the tripod in?
Yeah, tripod, the vape shell, the dot shell, and there's another one as well, isn't there? What's the one like the vape shell, but it's all in one? Snail.
Vape snail. Vape snail.
Is it? Yeah, that's coming as well. So a lot of the stuff like the tripod, etc., will be here on Friday, I'm hoping, or Monday.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that tripod. I've heard nothing but fucking glowing things about
that. Yeah,
tripod's meant to be very, very good.
The only way you could buy Atmazoo stuff was to buy off them overseas, wasn't it? Which is like 15 quid postage. So I just, I tried my utmost to be able to get hold of it, and we've managed to do it. So it's
nice one.
I think Curly Chew was the one who was into mesh, Mark.
Was it? You could be right. You could
just
be right.
posted in the chat, I think.
Laurie Bergman, what's the bottom line opinion on NI80 versus Canthal coils? one ramps up quicker than the other.
Pretty much. That's pretty much all it is, really.
Yeah, Canthal is more of like a crescendo, isn't it? It just you press the button and it's. It's
a very slow, steady heating process. Whereas NI80, you press that button, it's just like.
Yeah, like straight up in it.
I like Canthal. It does simulate. When you used to smoke, you took a drag, didn't you? And it didn't start off as much and got stronger and stronger. And that's pretty much what Canthal does for you.
Yeah, the trouble I found with Canthal, Mark, for me personally, is I want to press that button and get that fucking instant hit. You know what I mean? Which is why stainless steel is my literal go-to wire now, because it's the ramp ups like that. Whereas Canthal, if I had the same coil in Canthal, I'd have to press the button like there and then put it to me.
The only thing I find, I agree with you, Mark, and I like stainless steel, but the only thing I find with it is that the ohms jump around quite a bit, don't they?
On stainless, yeah.
Yeah,
when it heats up, the ohms will jump up. Nothing mega. So if I'm vaping a 0.1, what's this now?
0.12.
Yeah, this is a 0.1 spot on. Like when I vape it, or a couple of chain vapes on it, might go up to a 0.14.
Yeah. Matt Benson, Mark, Naturevape, does that new True Tank make it bottom fill only? I've had two types, Matt. One does, one doesn't. So I can't answer that question yet. So I wish I brought it up. I thought.
Fiona Clark question: Series deck. Do you need to pulse the coils on a normal deck first? No. Why would you?
What was that question, Mark?
Series deck. Do you need to pulse the coils on a normal deck first? I don't see why you would, Fiona, to be honest. As long as you know.
I wouldn't have thought so.
No. I used to use the series deck on the what was that fucking tank that had the series deck in, Mark? You could put the porcelain in that for the series deck. I can't remember the name of it, but I used to pull some on the series deck, no issues.
All of this
on the hard stuff tonight. Squash.
So is stainless NI80? No, it's NI80.
Is that Laurie?
Yeah, sorry, Laurie. No, stainless steel is actually stainless steel wire.
Steel.
NI80 is made from
nickel. And some people have like skin issues with NI80, or perhaps is it a tongue as well?
Me.
It's you, is it? You're not alone, Jay. Some other people do. But...
Make my face go all blotchy if I vape nickel.
Yes, Matthew, it was the Titan RTA, the Titan at the series deck.
I think Mark's ring pulsating. That's you, Mark? Is it not me?
Reef.
Laurie,
NI80's got nickel in. It's a nickel compound. So, like the boys have said, if you've got any kind of nickel allergies, you want to stay away from. I tend to stay away from that anyway, because nickel was introduced as a temp control wire. I don't feel comfortable personally using it in power mode, even though people say it's safe, whatever. I'm not interested in all that. So I'm stainless.
What do I do all the time, Tina? Yes, he does it all the time. Have I ignored Tina? Hi, Tina. I could be in trouble.
Oh dear.
JP, question, guys, is there any point in these stock coil rebuild kits when it's easier to buy an RDA and RTAs? Presumably means things like the, where is it? Here. The artery nugget that's got an all-in-one, that's got a rebuildable, like the smock, I guess, which has got and like the one Mark's got. Kieran's done a review of that. I did a very good review. AVC.
It is worth buying. It's worth buying, but bear in mind, it's a lot more fiddly than building a normal RCA and RDA. It's like a total different. Forget everything you know about building an RTA or an RDA.
Yeah.
It's the total opposite when you rebuild something like this.
More like recoiling the old Pro coils.
Yeah, the old Pro coils and Kanga stuff like that. But it's definitely worth it, because if you love your pod systems like this, they're handy, they don't leak, you just throw them around. then rather than buying stock coils all the time, which in something like this might, you might get a week or a week and a half out of it, then of course it's worth getting the RBA deck.
I prefer them anyway. I really do. And it sounds like I'm having a pop at you, in. I'm really not, honestly. But
It's fine. It's fine.
But even like the rebuild, that's all I use in the artery nugget, is the little rebuildable head. And yes, I enjoy doing it, and I put them in, and I'm all like, I'm in another world when I'm building coils and so I really am. And not everyone's like that, and I get it. But
no.
Even vaping it, I just think that tastes far better than the stock coils.
See, I'm not a fan of the stock coils in that. I think they're a bit too umphy. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the rebuildable deck, you can just tailor it just nice, like.
Yeah. I think Fiona. I think why people say maybe don't pull some on a series deck is because your coils might be off. So, let's say you pull something on a series mod and you think the coils, you bought 0.4 coils, whatever. When you actually put them in, they might be 0.2, which is not very fucking safe. So, in some instances, it's probably better to pull some. But why would you have to take them out of the series deck though?
No, you can leave them in the series deck and just put them on a different mod, innit?
Yeah.
That's what I do. Yeah, I don't know what it's getting.
I don't understand why someone would tell her not to pull some on a series deck.
Matt thinks it was Manic who likes mesh. Well, whoever it was, if you're still in chat and you didn't see earlier, that's the new Keys mesh RTA. Is that going to focus? Yeah, it's focused. There you go.
I really like the look of that because it's just plain looking, isn't it? It's not over with like big pictures of lions.
Yeah, but no one cares. They'll probably fuck it up, won't they, on the production run?
No, this is the production one, Mark.
Oh, is it?
Just a subtle little line. There you go. Look, you see it?
Yeah. I quite like that.
It does look very, very, very similar to the Solomon V3.
It looks similar, doesn't it? Very similar. And in that, I've got MF's blackcurrant raspberry and lime. That was his idea for that juice. Did you ever try that, Mark?
No. Why don't you two get a room?
Well, we did, didn't you?
It's nice.
No, I haven't tried it, Mark, but it sounds right up my street because I love a bit of blackcurrant.
Right, well, when I send you a Solomon, I'm going to send you a bottle of shortful of that. So
thank you.
You can try it as well. And then you can rib Mike about what you think about it on your show.
Thank you, Sir Mark. You are the man.
You were saying about the RBA decks earlier. Martin Parker was on about the Fetch one. He reckons it's quite good.
Yeah, I've got the Fetch one. The Fetch one goes in the RPM, is it, as well, Jay?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but you get different pods for the Fetch to put it in, but it's essentially the same thing. It is really good.
Okay,
cool. Where it is. I had one.
But so the thing is with the Fetch, the stock coils are amazing as well, so...
They are pretty good, aren't they?
Are they good, are they?
Yeah.
The Nord coils I like the Nord coils and the RPM coils. Me personally, I prefer the Nord coils in it because I like more of a tighter draw. But yeah, the RPM for a little bit more cloud and thicker juice is fine. Like,
yeah, I'm the same. I like tight draw, mouth to lung.
I like the 1.4s I do in the Nord.
I'm trying to remember what I had. Is it the 0.6? I think I tried the 0.6 mesh.
0.6.
They're all right.
Yeah,
they're quite
0.6
ragey.
mesh, that's where it's at for me. 0.6 mesh, 30 watts, just banging in the little Fetch.
What's this? TBD. Why a wise man TVP said vapors are cheap bastards. What's this about Naturevape having reviewer discounts? Yeah, I do. To people who are reviewers, okay, let's sort this one right now. Sometimes I get
Can of worms.
I get given extra, like the Solomon. I was given some extra mesh tanks. Can you send them to reviewers who you think will do a review? And in which case, I do that. I'm not a cheapskate myself. I don't put them into stock and think, I've got extra to sell. I don't do that. Some other products, I don't get any extra, and I may send some out, but I also offer, if someone wants to review it and there's something I'd love to review it, I'm happy to buy it. I'll do that at like cost because I'm happy to, and
Well, that's the way to do it, isn't it?
yeah,
That's with the Atmazu, Mark, when you get that tripod in. I'll buy one, but I want it at cost.
fair dues. No, it's fair dues. I don't mind that.
I second the motion.
What? Not true
Quite
cost.
like the look of that.
But no, it's right, and if you've got a few extras in and they've said send it on to reviewers, you think you're going to review it, then why? Yeah, of course you're going to do that.
Yeah. So, and that's where I am really, and I'm happy to do that for any reviewer that says, I think so. There are some reviewers that expect stuff for nothing. They don't review it anyway. There are others that do a fantastic job for you who probably haven't got a massive subspace. So it's hard to distinguish between everyone. But if someone says to me, openly, I'm happy to buy it. Can you do me a deal? Yes, of course I will. Not a problem. No one's
I'm buying that tripod, 1,000,000%.
Not a problem. But obviously, at Mizzou haven't sent me any free.
No, they fucking won't do, really, because they're not cheap. Anyone know if the Bantam Box Revision pod will be available separately? I've got the first gen. Yes, they will. I can confirm that 1,000,000%. They will.
They separate, don't they?
So
that was the first when they sent me the revision, the Bantam Box Revision. That was the first question I asked. And yes, they are going to sell them separate. Right.
I haven't had the revised one. I've still got. I don't think there's many in stock of the old one. That.
You got my pimped out one.
Yeah, I've got my.
Yeah, and I've got that one.
I've got my revised one here, Mark, which I'm using.
So what's the difference between the revised and the other one, the old one?
The difference is the doors are not a shit. The doors fit much better.
They sound nicer. Anyway, the click.
Yeah, nice they've improved the tank. The tank section's improved. It doesn't leak like the fucking other one. They give you an 18650. I think they've changed the drip tip.
It takes an 18650.
No, an 18350. They actually give you a battery as well in the kit.
Oh, that's quite good.
I think they've got some new colours, but other than that, I couldn't really tell you.
But surely that's just a borrow tank, isn't it? Inside that.
Yeah, this is the Kanga one that they give you, the old
Kanga. Oh, the rebuildable head, you mean?
Rebuildable,
yeah. Right, I'm with you. I got you.
But it still takes all the normal bridges. That's why I was asking about the crossbow, because I want to stick it in here.
Yeah, I think the crossbow, for me, for a proper mouth to lung, I think that comes nearer than anything else. And we talked about this last week, that a lot of the... Did I bring it up with me? No, like the Karma Mission, it's not a tight mouth to lung. If you like a loose mouth to lung, that will suit you well, but it's not like I do like a tight mouth to lung draw.
Yeah, it's not really mouth to lung with the stuff that they give you, which is disappointing. Dean says his doors are still shit. Mine are fucking spot on, mate. Mine are tight as a nun's quin, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. I like it. I just want I want to get that crossbow bridge, I think.
Yeah. Although they are good. Crossbow, I can vouch for that. Well, I've got two on in here.
I think something like this, especially something like this with an 18350 in, you need it to be like full mouth to lung.
Yeah, you have to really high up the ohms.
And you say you watched my... did you watch the crossbow review as well, Mark? Or just
I did. I didn't watch all of it. I watched about 8 minutes of it.
Was that boring? Did you have to switch?
No, it weren't boring. I was doing other things, Mark. I had you on in the background.
Yeah, that's the story of my life. I'm in the background. Yeah. I'm trying to think, actually, what did I do for my 40th birthday? I can't remember.
Can't remember what I did either. It's 5 years ago now.
I'll tell you what Becca's done for me. So she's bought me 40 presents.
40 presents?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know. They're all lined up now. No.
Are they all still wrapped?
All wrapped, yeah, in pink wrapping paper.
And you don't know what any of them are?
I know what a couple are, yeah.
A couple. Is it driving you mad not knowing what they all are?
Mate, I couldn't give a monkeys, honestly. She's the kind of girl that's like, oh, do you want to open one? Do you want to see this? Do you want to see that? I'm like, no, I'll wait. And it winds her up.
It's like having Christmas. We don't open our Christmas presents till about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, so after the Queen's speech, really. We eat before then. But a lot of people they're up ripping them apart as soon as they're awake.
Yeah, we were.
Were you?
Yeah, up nice and early. Got a little one though. She's only 6, so she's like, "Buff, it's Christmas."
Yeah.
What's this Dean's putting? Devil Way. Naturevape would be the best recommend cool diameter, etc. He's designed the he's talking. That's an in-chat thing.
Dino says above the clouds in Shirley isn't over 40.
Yeah, afraid so. 45.
You
46
don't
in
actually
March.
look 45, to be fair.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know, you know. He fucking does. He looks weathered.
I mean,
That's weird.
I got to get like a grade 1 on the sides. That's
Yeah,
anyway.
when he smiles there, he's got a few fucking worry lines, hasn't he?
I noticed
get
he's
some
gone for that
Botox
just born look, same as me. I had my hair cut the weekend. I went for the just born look to try and make yourself look younger.
Yeah, it's got to be done. It's got to be done.
I don't know what your look is, Jay. What's your look?
Fucking scruffy bastard.
They call that the moonwalk.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. Look at the fucking start of that.
Dean says the chipset is better in the revised one as well. I didn't have a problem with the chipset until that was my fault. I got it wet and fried it, and Jay put in his new new little chip for me, didn't you, Jay? I haven't got it here, it's downstairs, but I really like what. Did you hear about that, Mark? Jay put in a. Tell Mark what chip you put in, Jay.
Put the the Herbie's Click Fat, the 5 clicks on, 5 clicks on board.
Yeah.
There's just like a little miniature MOSFET mat bod. I put one of them in his Bantam through. His board had burnt out, so it's just like Rage now. It's just like a little. It's like a miniaturized version of the like the Cthulhu mod Mac Tube or the Tackit Mini. That sort of thing.
So it's like an old style kick chip.
Yeah, sort of thing. But it's got 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off, and reverse polarity protection and stuff like that. But it's basically like just a Mac with a MOSFET for a switch.
But it works really well. Really well. I like it. To be honest, once
it saved it going in the bin, didn't it? Do
you
know what I mean?
Yeah, it did. To be fair. Fiona's ribbing you, Mark, about being depressed.
Oh no, piss off, Fiona.
And you'll never guess what, I caught up with chat. Laurie, I think Laurie's been talking a lot. Laurie does talk a lot about her coils, and Laurie's in what's South Africa or Kenya? Kenya.
Yeah.
And it's just so hard when she's been a very good customer of mine for a very long time, and I just wish I could help her more. But with the distance involved, it's hard, isn't it? To a lot of the time she gets it right, but the odd time I think Laurie gets confused, and I'm not trying to single you out, Laurie. And all I'm trying to say, I wish I could help more, but it's hard.
No, but it's good that she asks questions, isn't it? If you don't ask questions, then you're not going to get any fucking answers. You're going to be stuck. So I'm always of the ilk that ask as many questions as it takes until you get
no
something
such
wrong.
thing as a stupid question.
Well, there is, of course, there fucking is. Like, I've seen many a stupid
you know what I mean.
question.
Yeah, but you'd rather them ask that than stick an 18650 and with no fucking wrapping it into a Met mod and push the fire button and wonder why the hand's blown off.
Depends who it is, to be fair.
Tim Rice. Naturevape, do tanks from your site come with a bubble glass, or do we have to purchase separate? What tank would that be for, Tim? Where possible, I do. I think they're actually... I think they're tank stands, aren't they, Mark? Like this, I'm sure was a tank stand, but it just happened to fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I think 9 times out of 10, if they've got a bubble glass, it will come with a bubble glass. Yeah.
That is a ridiculous law, isn't it? The capacity thing. I just think, why did we do that?
It is. I think all they ever needed to do was to knock that nicotine down, which they did, and it worked. There's no need to be fucking like limiting us to 2 mil. It's just a joke.
Yeah,
it's a pain in the ass. Definitely.
Especially with these things, these pod systems.
Yeah,
although, if you're lucky like me and get them from China, most of them are like 5 mil capacity.
Well, and that's half the trouble though as well, Mark. I get sent, same as you do, the sample ones, which are all oversized, do you know what I mean? 3 mil, 4 mil. And then you get the stock in, and it's how can you review something with 3 or 4 mil in? Then the stock comes in with 2 mil, and everyone feels sort of shortchanged, don't they?
We can't. I've done it a couple of times where I've reviewed something that is actually 5 mil or 4 mil, whatever they've sent, and I've said I haven't mentioned it. I've just said it's 2 mil capacity because I know for a fact that's what you're going to get in the UK.
Oh, Kenya says Kenya. Laurie says I'm from Kenya, so I was right, Laurie. I'm Kenya, and you've been a great for helping me. I have tried, Laurie. I wish I could help you more, but you're not exactly just up the road. And
Yeah,
Curly Tube,
these
right?
pod-
Best
these-
community to help Laurie, and there's YouTube is your friend, and if you've got anything you're unsure of, perhaps recap, go back, watch an early review of if it's, I know in Laurie's case it's the True Tank, watch some early reviews and sort of start again, because maybe the penny will just drop, you've forgotten something, or
Well, there's always a review for something, isn't there? There's always a review for a product, whether it's 1 review or 10 reviews. There's always going to be something out there. So get on YouTube and just fucking have a butcher's, man.
I've caught up on chat. It's all gone bandy again now.
I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and I still can't build a wick. I'm still shocking.
So Ian, what about you? Would this interest you, the mesh tank?
It looks nice. I like the look of it.
That isn't the question.
I think the question is more: would you be able to build it, Ian?
Never tried building a mesh.
I think you would.
Anything mesh related, to be honest.
You'd be find it's very easy to build a mesh compared to a normal coil.
It's easy to build a mesh, but it's not so easy to wick a mesh. That's the thing.
No,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It comes with one of those things, like a rod
Shaping jig.
that you just literally bend the coil round it. It gets a shape, and you drop it in 2 slits and tighten with a screwdriver each side. That's it.
Okay.
Does it come with a shoelace cotton as well, Mark?
It comes with. It does come with cotton. It comes with a straight glass as well. We chucking it about. It comes with cotton. I don't ever use their cotton, Mark. Probably the same as you don't.
I do actually.
Do you?
What size is that? 25 mil, is it? 24 mil?
If it's a mesh rebuildable, I always use their cotton because it's always perfect.
I think it's got this. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Right.
But that will be the perfect size for that mesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just give it a twist.
Was the profile mesh, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Mm.
It's easy as fuck, mate. Listen, Ian. Listen to me. If you can't fucking build and wick that, get off YouTube.
Oh, that's a bit hard.
It's probably been said before, to be honest, Mark.
Just fuck off YouTube. All right, get back to Facebook.
God, how harsh was that, eh?
What, Mark? It's
I've
me.
still got a lot to learn. I understand that.
It's me, Mark. Come on. No, I'm only joking, Ian. It's it's probably building a mesh RTA and wicking a mesh RTA is probably easier than a normal standard RTA, to be fair.
Coil-wise, it would
Because you
be.
can put a nice big wedge of cotton in and just push your coil over the top and away you go, like, and tuck it down, depending on what it's like.
I mean, I've got a drop dead that I managed to wick in a fashion. I mean, it's not great by any means, but
In the drop dead in
once you
RDA.
start in, I think
Yeah.
you'll perhaps embrace it, and you think, why didn't I do this before? I think you will. You know,
Fucking drop dead's in RDA. You can't wick an RDA. Oh my god, reef.
I can, just not brilliantly.
It's only banter, mate.
It's all good. I've seen some of your lives, Mark. I know it's fine.
That old chestnut is only banter.
That old chestnut. That's the only one I've got, Mark. It's only banter, mate. No, I'm only joking. No, listen in. I think the thing is, the more you do, the more you push yourself to try on RDAs and RTAs and stuff like that. It's definitely worth practicing on RDAs. Getting that fucking coil placement absolutely bob on. The wicking can come afterwards, but the more you try, the more you'll nail it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's like second nature now to me. Like literally, I can look at a deck and drop coils in like that. Wicking it on the other hand.
Yeah, you do struggle with your wicking, don't you, Mark?
I have lately, Mark. Do you know what the trouble is? And I've said this before. I cater my wicking to my close-ups, so it's always got to be like fucking picturesque wicking, whereas I've forgotten the functionality of the tank.
Oh,
I try and make it look as beautiful as possible, and it functions like shit.
Yeah. I do still like. You got a new camera as well, haven't you? What was it you bought?
Yeah, I've got a Canon M50.
Ooh,
Nice.
very nice.
Good camera.
But you had a I'll try and help you out here. On I think it was one of your lives, the camera kept going off. Have you fixed that now?
I haven't fixed it, no.
It's in the menu, Mark, because I did it to mine.
Yeah, I've gone in the menu and it will only stay on for a maximum of 30 minutes. What I need to do is, you can get like a
firmware update.
No, it's a battery. It's a battery what comes with a cable.
Yeah, so you plug it in the mains. It's like a battery, but
you plug it into the mains, but it's like a battery cheat.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the one.
You can get them on Amazon for like a tenner.
Yeah, I've got one for my Canon, but I had the same thing with mine, but it's in the menu somewhere that it will start.
I'll have another look, Mark, because when I got this camera, I literally didn't use it for 2 months while I was watching videos and going, because I'm useless with stuff like that. All I want to do, and I said this on Saturday, I just want to turn it on, point it at something and press record, but you can't do that with stuff like this, can you?
No.
See, that was your intro in to say, whatever's the matter with you, it's easy. Giving it back to him then.
I've just got a C920. I don't know.
But he's fucking older than me. What does he know about tech?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's probably still got a fucking Spectrum.
You asked me about last of the summer wine. Yeah, you're there, but
486 on Windows 3.1.
I got a Commodore VIC-20. That's what I'm using at the moment.
Really, you're doing well. You're doing well.
That was the first computer I ever had was a VIC-20.
Every single new reviewer, innit? Or, like, they all use the C920, innit? You never see one that doesn't use the C920.
I still use the C920. It just works.
It is really good. I like it.
Yeah, but no one wants to see you in HD, Jay, do they? Let's face it.
Yes, it will. That was Tim Rice asking about.
Of course, I've got me closey up cam, which is one of these like document reader things, and it's brilliant.
So I still use this. For my, the real macro builds close up. Yeah. And I bought this this was 50 quid at CEX. And it's like fucking 5 years old now, a Canon Legri with the old shitty bastard. That's what I use for my real macro stuff, because you can't beat a video camera, proper dedicated video camera for stuff like that.
Yeah, agree.
It's really fucking good.
Well, that's why I bought this document reader camera, because it's designed for close-up work. So it thought it's got to work, and it works quite well, and it's 1080 as well.
Mine are both camcorders, close up, and what you're watching me through now is a camcorder as well.
So how do you use your camcorder through that? Have you got a capture card then?
In my thing.
Yeah, capture card.
Yeah, I bought
Elgato.
Yeah, I got the Elgato 4K.
Yeah,
Camlink.
That's it.
Fucking work cheap, but does the job, doesn't it?
About 100 quid. But they're
about 105 quid, I think it was.
But they're both going through those capture cards now, so I could. I don't know.
And what's great about it is, as soon as I turn OBS on and go for a video capture, it just comes up Elgato 4K.
Yeah. Works. Yeah, they are very, very good. But I've tried. I've got the C930 there, but I can't use it now. Well, I think Jay's found a way around it, but it wouldn't autofocus because Apple did their upgrade and knocked out like the software of the Logitech.
They've got new software now.
Yeah,
Grumpy Sneddon says most smartphones are good enough nowadays, which is true, man. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
The cameras
you can get some really good ones nowadays, can't you, for stuff like that, the close-up.
So is the C930 that much better than the C920?
No,
it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Stick with the C920. And if you want a second one, give me a shout, because I've got a second hand. Well, it's brand new. I've got one down there like that I used as a spare, and I've never used it because this one works fine.
I look after mine.
It was like didn't they do a C922 as well or something like that? Which was it was just So the 22 and the 30 are basically got all the same fucking hardware and firmware as the C920, but it's they advertise it as made for business.
Yeah,
It's nonsense.
made for streaming, innit? So it's sort of like
What was the
streaming
4K
stuff. In it,
one, Mark? I thought about getting that, but
the Brio.
the Brio, that's it. Even that, I don't.
That's
think-
why
Shit, though, apparently.
this is mine. I've got the Brio. The only thing it's rubbish at is
Focusing.
everything has to be on manual.
Yeah.
Everything, because if it's not, it's just a nightmare.
Mm.
But it don't look bad.
No, it looks alright. That's what you're on now, is it?
This is what I use for all my reviews as well, the FaceTime stuff. Until I get like to grips with this M50, I'll continue to use that.
I use my C920 for everything. I do need to get another one at some point because I just plonk it down for my downloads, which never look brilliant. But
I think that's half the trouble as well, isn't it? I used to do that, and I had my camera set up for the face. Then you had to move it all and set it up for the table shot. So it's just if you just 2 cameras, then you ain't got to do anything. I mean, I don't edit my videos at all, which I thought Mark would be laughing there. Jay's gone, but I don't edit them at all.
I just swapped to my close-up camera.
All right, there you go.
oh, okay.
Does the job. Close
Yeah, that's
enough.
Because
Jay, you've got skid marks on your white background though. What's that?
Oh yeah, and the background's covered in shit from like doing stuff. But you can turn the exposure up on it and everything. Does a good job. Focus works quite well.
What camera is that?
That's that document reader. Designed for like teaching and stuff like that. So, but you can get dead close within like a couple of mil away from it and stuff like that. Great for sort of like doing like coil shots and that.
Yeah, I always use webcams, and then I was like, because they're so fucking easy, and you just press go on OBS, they're there straight away, and it's just so fucking easy. You can see yourself. The thought of going to like proper cameras always terrified me. Learning stuff. I'm not very good at learning stuff, but it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
It is worth it. I mean, I'm not the best for cameras either, and I've got the Canon 80D, I think it was, but that isn't very good for doing streaming.
Yeah, I've got this one as well.
it's quite interesting, all this stuff.
It's right. But it's interesting to know what everyone uses.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got the 70D as well, which I don't ever fucking use anymore. I use that for close-ups, but
And if I want to take a picture, I think that Canon 80D with the macro lens is absolutely
it's banging
for taking a picture. But for streaming, I bought the wrong product. Simple as that. And I did say what I wanted it for, and the guy in the shop. But I just saw someone. I think that was on YouTube. I saw someone using it. He said camcorder or DSLR, and I thought, I'll watch that. And I'm trying to think what make this camera is. What is it? It's a Sony. Sony camcorder, and as soon as I plugged it in, like you said, Mark, with the capture card, Elgato capture card, and it just worked. And I thought, finally, I can focus. Whenever I wanted to show anyone something up close, I couldn't get the camera that the Logitech to focus in, and you're like, come on,
it's shit. And when you get close, it goes all fucking grainy and shit.
Yeah.
That was the thing with the M50. I wanted it for not when I'm building, because the building stuff's done on the camcorder, but I wanted the M50 for like the close-ups when I'm unboxing and stuff like that and showing it off, because I wanted it to be fucking crystal clear, and that's all people give a shit about. If your face is a bit grainy when you come up top, they don't give a monkeys about that. They want to see the products, and they want to see that product in fucking HD. So I think that's the key.
UK Vapester says he uses a Brio 2. Yes, but Rob, from memory, weren't you sent 2 when you ordered 1?
Naughty boy.
No, I think he had I don't know what happened, a faulty one or something. And they sent him another one. Then he got the first one at work. It was something like that. I know he ended up with 2 for 1.
You wanker, Rob.
He had a bog off deal.
Good position to be in.
Wouldn't you think as well the post twat would just send it back? Like, I can't keep this.
I can't. I'm surprised he's conscious. Let him keep it. I really am.
Disgraceful. Disgraceful.
So, anything else new in the pipeline, Mark or Ian? Have you got anything new?
I haven't got anything new in because obviously it's Chinese New Year in it, so it's fucking dead. No emails, no fucking products, no nothing, mate. I did get this in. The new Hellvape Destiny from Alex Vapor's MD, which is his new single coil tank, which I've got one built somewhere. I don't know where it fucking is, but
I like single coils.
beautiful little tank. It's like
it looks
That's a
nice.
nice little thing.
it's like a sandblasted finish as well on all of them. They're all matte finish. I got a matte black one. Really, really nice tank. The only issue I can see with it at the moment is it's slightly loud. Not as loud as the Kelpie, but it's noticeable. You know what I mean? But the flavour on it's fucking amazing for a single coil. So I'm really impressed with that. But other than that, nothing new because it's Chinese New Year, so I'm not expecting nothing for another week and a half or so.
And you got anything coming up, Ian, for a review?
Nothing anywhere near as exciting. I've got a review coming out on Friday for a disposable tank, which we all have our ums and ahs about those. Which one?
It's not a V Zone, is it, or a Vlit?
No, it's been out a while. It's a Freemax one, Freemax Gem. So I've got that coming out on Friday. And
I feel about disposable tanks. I just think, I'm not like a tree hugger as such, but I do think of the environment. And that's partly why I like. It's going to pick on you again. It's partly why I like rebuildable. It's just there is no waste, is it? And they're future proof. That's what I really like about them. You get a tank you like, you haven't got to worry about them not making coils in the future because you make your own, don't you?
You fucking tree hugging. I bet you're a flat earther as well, aren't you?
Oh, don't start. I mentioned that a few weeks ago.
Illusion.
And it was just one of these throwaway comments, and no, I'm never mentioning that again. It's just like I've got bombarded by them. So don't mention that again, Mark, or I'll mention it on your show.
No, I'm not. Listen, I think disposable tanks have the market, but we don't want to be seeing too many of them, do we? Let's face it.
No, I tend to agree.
If you've got lots of nice, expensive, shiny tanks and you go on holiday, you're going to take a couple of disposables, aren't you?
Yeah, that's for me. That's where they shine.
Exactly what it is. Yeah.
Take
One
a
in your
pack
glove
of three on
box in your
holiday,
car or something.
a crappy little E-leaf mod, a couple of batteries. You fucking golden, aren't you, on holiday? You don't give a monkeys.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Definitely.
Yeah, because the last thing you want to take is like a nice K-Fun and some fucking Ponzi stabwood mod, and then they take it off you at border control.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I think Alex Vapor's MD's done some fucking banging stuff, to be fair. Really, really good stuff. He was behind the Berserker and all that, wasn't he?
That was him, Berserker. Graham has put, hi all, Mark, clear, polished, easy mod, loving it. True tank next month. Feel cheeky getting one for free. Lol. Coils were cool too. Did I send you one for free? I'm just so generous.
I think you said you might have done.
You're like fucking Santa Claus, you aren't you?
I'm just generous to people, aren't I? I think I know who he is now. I think I did. Yeah.
Me and fucking Mark are like that. I've had fuck all of him for like 3 months.
You had the Ed Zachary.
I did have the Ed Zachary, yeah.
You had that off me. You've had, in the past, Mark, how much have you had from me?
I've had a lot of stuff and reviewed barely any of it, so... What?
Some you have, some you haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, these are a very good line for us at the minute, these easy mods.
I see a lot of people talking about them,
I didn't know if that would be up your street or not, but...
Probably not,
design of those.
Probably not, to be fair. They do look nice. They do look nice, and they do look good. If you would have sent one, I would have reviewed it for you. But I don't think it's something I would have continued to use.
You see,
the polished back in stock now, Mark. Are they?
Say again.
The polished clear back in stock now.
Polished clear.
The easy mods.
Oh, the easy. Do you know what? They all came in. The yellow one, the frosted, the clear, the full blacks. I think they're nearly all gone. They're just absolutely flew out. So, and of course, I can't get any more now until, well, it's going to be 3 weeks minimum, and depending on the coronavirus, who knows where that's going to go.
Hey Jay, you want to go and
Dip 'em
whip
in
them
bleach.
fucking hamsters, mate? Because you're fucking talking slower and slower.
What's that?
Go and feed them fucking hamsters, mate.
Surprised they're my internet. Normally my internet's really bad.
Jay's
I
terrible.
live in the stick. I live in the middle of nowhere in
So,
Wales, and
I
that's shit.
live
And I've
in the middle of nowhere. That's what I just got.
Matt Benson, don't get TVP started on conspiracy theories. My tinfoil hat isn't ready.
Dude, I would literally blow your mind with my conspiracy theories.
I've got one, right? Okay, here's one. That I think this coronavirus, I don't believe in coincidences. How did that happen right at the time of the year where the whole country just spreads like...
Yeah.
I was going to say rats, but that's not a fair analogy. Do you know what I mean? Everyone has a Chinese New Year. They all go to their hometowns. And it's just this mass, like, movement of people. Why does it happen then on the day? And that's
I'm the same. I don't believe in any coincidences or anything like that, and I don't believe these viruses pop up out of fucking nowhere. These brand new viruses. Fuck out here.
So you think it's a bit like myxomatosis? Do you think it's man-made? Do you not?
I 1,000,000% think it's man-made. Yep. And I think they released it, like you just said, the optimum time for it to fucking spread like wildfire.
It was just, I don't know. It couldn't have happened at a worse time, could it? It really couldn't. But
Yeah.
Maybe it's Trump. Maybe it's Trump. Like, just I've had enough of China. Fuck them. Get that shit in there.
Dear oh Lord. Paul, I have the original Easy and Polished Clear. Have you noticed button rattle on the new colours? Clear one has it, original doesn't. Well, there is a little. He's right.
a little bit of rattle. Nothing a bit of tape behind the button won't sort out.
I hadn't actually noticed that, Paul, but I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It gets me that when so as reviewers we have to point out button rattle, don't we?
Yeah.
But who the fuck walks around like that?
It's a good point.
Nobody,
It's
innit?
like
And
that curly chip.
But we all test them, don't we? We go, oh look, clearly.
you've got to test it for button rattle, but in everyday use, you're not like 9 times out of 10, you're not going to notice it, are you? Unless you fucking walk around like a window licker.
Liquor. And yeah, Dean says it's man-made for population control. Governments test. Oh, we're starting them off. Like everyone started now. Yeah. Everyone started. We haven't got many thumbs up tonight, guys. So how many people are watching?
Hit that
You got me on.
100. Hit that fucking thumbs up, you melts. Is there
I
any full
think
kits
that
on the
is-
market now you would fancy it? As far as full kits go, I'm not really a full kit wanker, to be honest. So probably these boys will be able to tell you more.
A full kit? How do you mean by full kit?
Like modern tank.
Well, I don't really buy stuff like that. I've always said that I think that the most important thing is your
His choice.
your tank first
Yeah.
with your coil set up is first. That's for me. That's what I pick first. Then I think, what mod would this look good on? You know, what would suit it? And rather, the chances of getting the perfect tank with the perfect mod set up to buy it, I don't know. Well, I suppose you've just got that new Aspire Tayfunny thing, haven't you, Jay? Does that
Yeah.
look nice? As
I
a kit?
like it, yeah. Yeah, I like it as a kit. I mean, the mod's a little bit old school style, but I quite like it. It matches quite nicely. But the bit I really like is that door for the battery. Just swing it out the way on a ratchet, and away you go. Like,
I really
That's
like
a
the,
nice
look
touch,
of the
that.
Chroma R kit. I really like the look of.
Yeah.
I can see that door
Oh,
being
the
a
old
fucking
dimmer.
issue though in your pocket. Yeah.
no, not had a problem.
Do you have to press it in?
Yeah, you have to press. It's on like a proper
Okay.
ratchet. It's got like a proper click. It's same as the tank airflow. It's got a ratchet on it.
Yeah. So you can't just swing. You can't just swing it out. I know. What was that then? Like,
Bang! I think all things like that, they look nice, don't they? But as long as they last, because how many mods have we seen with a new way of like flicking the batteries open, a bit like the Dovpo topside. I mean that was a problematic battery door. I'm trying to think what else was the Sense mod was the H cigar one that was as
most hinge doors after 6 months or so will have you're gonna have issues with them. You really
I had the Anakin Proton and that broke within about 6
they all break.
months.
They all break eventually. They're not fucking built to last.
No.
Big D vapes. The one kit I would, and it's not a kit, but if you're gonna put a combination together, the Vandy Vape Swell and the Hell Vape Fat Rabbit is just killer. The Swell is an amazing mod.
I haven't physically seen the Swell. I had the what was the
I
other
like
one
the Swell.
that sounded like a kangaroo? What was that one?
Oh,
Jackaroo.
Oh, they're like the bulletproof one.
Yeah, I've got that up there. I haven't even used it. I looked at it and thought, yeah, it's quite nice. And
I got that in from Vandy Vape the other day. The Mato, the one with the stainless steel rods.
Oh right, yeah.
It's a bit like a Brunhild clone.
Yeah.
And this is designed by Nebelfi. He did the Cold Steel 200 with the EX Pro.
Right.
Very bling, that, isn't it?
It's blingy as fuck. I can't fucking send me the gold one, but it vapes. Fantastic.
It's amazing.
Isn't it nice not to see Tony B's name on everything these days?
Isn't it nice? Yeah. Yeah, the new Artery Pal Pro, not Pro. Which one is it? This one here. The Artery Pal 18650. Nothing to do with Tony B.
Yeah.
I've got his name on at all.
I've got one of them as well. I don't know where it is. I did have it here.
It might still be as shit as all the other arteries, you never know, but
it's fucking colourful.
I don't know what I've done with mine. I had one of those. That's
I got the
18650 battery, isn't it?
Yeah, 18650. I've got one. Yeah. I like to keep one unopened just in case someone can give it away.
Vaping with Mogro. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, who would call something an Evdelo? I mean, what?
I quite like the look of that, Mark.
Yeah, it's a nice size. It's a nice size. Got the tank and that in there. 18650 battery.
Is that the same as the Dot Mod IO? It looks very similar.
I'm not sure, mate, to be honest. I've not had a fucking Dot Mod IO, so
I had it. I thought it was crap.
Yeah, I quite like the look of that.
Same tank. That's pretty much the same tank.
Yeah, you've got your screen there and your up and down, your wattage buttons and stuff like that. So I mean, it's nice and compact. It's a nice. I've not vaped on it yet. 510 tip as well, so you can whack all your own.
I haven't vaped on mine either, Mark. But I'm going to be honest. I don't even know where it is. I thought I bought it up here.
I'll be honest, I have not been a fan of any of the PAL products up to now, so I'm holding zero hope out for that.
I remember the PAL 2 getting binned, but I'm in the same company, but the Artery Nugget I think that's very good.
I like the Nugget. Yeah, I like the Nugget. That's my next thing to put a review up when I get a chance.
What are you shaking your head at, Mr. Roberts?
I'm bored of pods. I'm bored of these fucking pod mods. I'm bored of they all. I mean, look, they all fucking look the same, don't they? They all perform the same. It's just come on.
Yeah.
Boring as shit.
I must admit. I never really did get into any of the pods. You know.
It reminds me of get some more pods from the amulet.
But the thing is, right, if there was just like 3 or 4 of these on the market, you'd be like, all right, yeah, there's a place for them. But when there's fucking 300 or 400 of the same looking, same performing bullshit, it's like, I just want to give China a slap. Come on.
I quite like that one. That one's all right.
Which one?
But look, is it any fucking different to that?
No, I know, they all look the same. I quite like it, though. It's quite good.
Some of the new ones now come in with like a 510 top, aren't they? So like this one, instead of putting the tank inside, you drop your like 510. You've got
the boo-boo one.
What's the point? You might as well have a mod.
They brought out a 510 connector. The fuck out of here with that.
I think Smocker done
the same with the RPM as well.
Oh my god!
But why, if you wanted a mod, you wouldn't use that as your mod, would you?
No.
Surely.
No, you wouldn't. You'd buy something like the Geek Vape with a built-in battery. The edge is like tiny or whatever the fuck it's called. You won't stick a 510 adapter in that, would you?
No.
Is it? I think Wismec had just done one as well, and I think Big D reviewed one the other day. I think it was that's got like a push in. You take the pod out and you put the 510 connector thing in.
What they want to start doing is, instead of coming up with bullshit like this, is start bringing out pods and put RBAs in the kit in the box. Instead of bringing out a pod and then a month later milking these saps for another fucking 10 quid for the RBA.
I didn't realise that. Dean said in his Artery Pal 18650 review that it's a pro that Tony B's name isn't on it. I didn't know that. Yeah, Rob, they didn't send me one. Poor old Rob, UK vapester.
Yeah, you're not everyone's cup of tea, though, are you, Rob?
I think he's close to. I think I've a funny feeling he's quite close to where I live.
Is he?
I love Rob.
Mm.
I think
so.
I think you're just pulling his leg because he's on your show, isn't he?
I love Rob.
Big D, Daniel, Naturevape, Ev Dilo. I mean, everyone's going to say that wrong, aren't they? Ev Dilo.
Yeah, it's a crazy name. Crazy name.
Evil dildo.
Exactly. That's what it's going to be called, isn't it? It's going to be called it. Graham, he loves his Pal 2 Pro with the RBA 1.97 ohms, 20 nick. And again, there are people that's going to be perfect for them, but I'm like Mark, pods to me, I'm just thinking, oh no, let's have.
Yeah, Big D Vape said they're aim really for the new vapors. After 3 months, if they get bored, they can stick a cheap tank on and make that advancement. I don't buy that. I don't buy that whatsoever, because if they're getting that much into vaping after 3 months, then that pod's going to be in the fucking trash, and they're going to be onto a real mod and a real tank. You know what I mean? They're not going to think, oh, I'm just going to put this. I'm going to spend 10 quid on this 510 adapter, and then spend another 20 quid on a tank and use this shitty little pod mod. I'm not buying it.
That's not an innovation you would embrace then, Mark?
Absolutely not, no. I'd throw that straight back over the fucking Chinese sea.
Like, who the hell wants an 80-watt pod? Next, they brought the Fetch Pro out, isn't it?
If it's got an 18650 and like the new Vupu one, then I can kind of understand that. I can kind of see that. But these built-in battery ones that they're bringing 510 adapters out for, what, they've got like a fucking 1200 mAh battery.
Yeah.
Dude, you put a tank on that, it's going to last like 5 pulls.
I think Graham here has come up with a good point. I'll put it on the screen. Just so handy for vaping when out with the missus, shopping, people don't even know you're vaping. And I think he's spot on with that. If you're doing that and you think, oh, just grab something to give me my nick that I need, I think that's where they have a place. But for everyday use, you know, it wouldn't be on your birthday list for tomorrow then, would it, Mark?
Would it? Fuck no. I'd pick that up. If I was just wanted something small and pocket friendly while I'm going out for a few hours, I'd pick that up, fill that up, mount along, boom.
Yeah, but then again, we've got the odd customer that's got like 5 or 6 Nords. That's all they use. They just have Nords.
And
they don't use anything else.
Yeah, and the reason I won't pick this up and take this out is because this can fail so easily. The pod could fail, like, you know, it might not make connections.
Yeah.
It might happen inside, and then I'm stuck out, and I'm literally going to chew someone's face off because I've not a nicotine for 2 hours. So it's a trust issue.
Yeah.
Iggy Mitchell, question, ICOS, would anyone recommend it?
No.
If you're a smoker, yeah. If you're a smoker wanting to get off the cigarettes, and you know, yeah, let's say you might have tried vaping once and it worked for you. You didn't really get on with it. As a harm reduction kit.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I saw someone using one today actually, and he's I think he's Lithuanian, and he thought he was buying over lights at duty free, and he thought they were cheap. He was buying them.
Fuck's sake!
He bought the wrong thing. But he's tried vaping before and failed. I'll be honest. I've tried to help him. He's failed, but he's stuck with these things. So, and he says that, you know, he holds them up. He goes, "Look, no nicotine." You know, and it's working for him. So perhaps if someone has tried vaping and it's
I think there's a percentage of smokers out there that this really is going to work for, and it's let's be real for a second. It is less harmful than combustion tobacco. It's less harmful than smoking. So why shouldn't there be a market for it? Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's got its place.
Good evening,
Personally.
Chunk Meister in the house.
I see no issue with it. The only issue I have with IQOS is it being associated with vaping in the vaping industry. That's where I take real issue with it.
Because it isn't vaping, is it?
No, it's not.
No,
it's
it's
not
a
vaping.
fag without a lighter. Isn't it really?
Northern Monkey, I take the Titan when shopping.
I take this fucker out, me, when I go out.
Really?
Like every day.
It's huge.
So what do you don't take that for doing your mail round, do you, Mark?
No, not for my mail round. I use the Swell and the Fat Rabbit.
Yeah.
But when I'm going out to the boozer or going out wherever, this comes with me.
Yeah.
Just because of battery life, innit?
Battery life, reliability. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it's if you go into a bar and slap that on the bar, it's like a talking point, isn't it? Like, what the fuck is that?
It's also a point for him to say there's no vaping in here, boy. I'd rather sneak this in.
No, I've not been in a pub yet in Liverpool that has said to me, can't vape in here.
Most landlords I've found are actually all right. If you just say, look, it's all right if I vape, and they look at it and see what you're using, they think, well, that's not something that's going to offend people.
Yeah, well, this is why I have to have this in my pocket as well. I go, is it all right if I vape? Yes.
Clouds, bro.
Yeah.
Some pubs around here are all right, but some don't like it.
Well,
It's
we've hit
people
that time. It's 6 minutes past 10. We usually go till 10 o'clock. Where's that time gone? I think I've been particularly useless about chat tonight. I've tried to sort of skip through, and I know I've missed loads. If I have,
He's gonna blame me, by the way. He's definitely gonna blame me.
I was going to say, if I have, it's Mark's fault.
There you go.
So I think that time has come. We've now got 53 likes. Thank you, guys. There's a few more than there was earlier on. That's good. 4 thumbs down. We've got 4 people, Mark.
I can tell you that. I'll tell you there. Can you all hit the thumbs up before we go off? Before Mark goes off, hit that fucking thumbs up right now. If you've not done it, hit the thumbs up. Helps Mark. Come on.
Yeah, it helps with the what's names. Forget the word for it. You know what I mean. But anyway, that time has come. Jay, I'll work round from the top. Would you like to say your goodbyes?
I'll keep it nice and short and sweet because there's 4 of us. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for keeping the chat live. Without it, we wouldn't be here. And we'll see you next week.
Super job. Round to you, Mark. I'm going round clockwise.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me on, Mark. Thanks, Jay. Thanks.
Ian.
I'm sorry, Ian. I'm terrible. Honestly,
You're good.
I forget my own kids' names. I really fucking do. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, everyone in chat. Yeah, it's been good. I've enjoyed it.
I'm terrible with names as well. Ian, way you go.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mark, for inviting me on. And James, very much appreciate it. And Mark, great to meet you and James. All of you, really. I haven't actually met all of you in the...
Yeah, I can't say the feeling's been reciprocated.
No, I wouldn't expect you to.
Isn't he a charmer? He really is.
So yeah, thank you very much. Am I right to do a little blatant plug, or is that not allowed?
Crack on.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm a very small channel, but if anyone fancies a bit of light-hearted watching, then Above the Clouds is my YouTube channel name, and we do a show on Sunday evenings called the Northern Union Vape Show with Benny Vapes and Big D Vape and Vapes and JP Vape Reviews. So if you ever fancy checking us out, please do. And thank you very much for inviting me on, and thank you, chat.
Excellent.
Yeah,
if there's time,
I wash my pubes on a Sunday.
Shameless.
You've done your beard actually, Mark. You got rid of them white bits. Oh no,
I haven't. I've trimmed it. I've just shaved it down a bit. They're still there, look.
If there's time, Daniel's in chat. Is my spanner. If you could just put the link up for Above the Clouds YouTube channel, that'd be great, Daniel. If there's time, if you can do it in time. If not,
I did put it in earlier.
You did earlier. Thank you, Jay. I was
did
going to
put it in
mention, or you
earlier.
can put it in as well if you like. You can't put it in too many times. I was going to mention that in my goodbyes, but he's done it for himself, Ian. Yeah, pop along. It's a new channel. Give him a little support. You'll be amazed that that bit of support, the few subs, is what motivates you to do more and to keep going. So, we need to support everyone. Thanks everyone in chat, all your questions. Sorry if I've missed some tonight. I know I have, and it is Mark's fault, despite what he says.
Fuck off.
Without your comments, there is no channel or no discussion point. So it really helps. It's great. 65 thumbs up now. Thanks, guys. You've done me proud. And until next time, see you soon. Take care, and thanks for watching. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye.